What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So we got a trailer from Pokemon Pocket. Yes, we are getting a new trailer. This is the pre-trailer for tomorrow. We are getting Generation 9. Let's take a quick peek of the trailer and we'll go from there. I like how it's always like these big like costumes. There you have it. That's all we got. But, a teaser is a teaser. And, we are getting a brand new trailer, Generation 9 reveal. Because you wouldn't show any other starters, right? If that were the case. But that being said, let's go over some of the cards that we could potentially think that we could see. So based off the TCG, we're gonna be looking at the Scarlet and Violet, base set right here, and let's take a quick peek at some of the EX Pokemon, because to be fair, Pokemon Pocket does take a lot of inspiration from the actual TCG and makes it fit into this 3-card format. Let's take a look at Koraidon, right? Koraidon EX could be coming in, it could be a good indicator that it might be a fighting type Pokemon. Now that being said, 220 for 3 energy would be insane in Pokemon Pocket. But, we could probably expect something like this, maybe half the damage or something like that, or maybe 150, you just never know. But, maybe we might be getting fighting support, right? That's always something that we could, use a boost on. We could try to move away from the Lucario, try to start using new fighting types. Maybe we get a baby fighting Pokemon that could actually boost fighting energy. That would be kind of exciting, I'm not gonna lie. But let's take a look at the ability for this one. Once during your turn, you may attach up to 2 basic fighting energy cards from your discard pile to your basic fighting Pokemon in any way you like. If you use this ability, your turn ends. So that being said, imagine if we get some variation of this in Pocket. This could be an energy like a Giratina, like Space Ballo, where it ends your turn. You just never know. I think Koraidon and Miraidon definitely have to make the cut for this, right? Miraidon's here. Obviously, we're gonna have it as an electric, right? Imagine having this in Oricorio. Again, like, I'm only reading the abilities because like the attack might be slightly altered, but the abilities might be the same as we saw with the 3 legendary dogs, right? Now that being said, once during your turn, you may search your deck for up to 2 electric energy and put them anywhere on the bench. So the fun part, we do not play electric energy, any energies in our deck. So this might be something like get him from the trash as well, like Koraidon, but for electric. Again, we do have access to Pichu, Oricorio, so Miraidon EX might see a lot of play if we end up getting this card. And, having 2 brand new legendaries into this set could boost up the game, give it all the hype that it really needs. Let's take a look at what else we could potentially expect from here. We definitely could see the starters, of course, the Meowscarada, all that stuff. But like, we do have access to brand new trainer cards as well, like Team Galactic Grunt, Star Grunt, like put an energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon on top of their deck. So that could be something like, it could read like detach one and put it in the trash, something like that, like a mini version, a guaranteed version of Team Rocket's Grunt. We might be able to have new tools like a Vitality Band, right? the attacks of the Pokemon this card is attached to does 10 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon before applying, weaknesses and resistance. So, that's another item card that we might be able to get. Maybe Rock Chestplate, the fighting Pokemon this card is attached to takes 30 less damage. This could help a lot of the fighting archetype. Who knows? We might be getting a lot of fighting type support, but at the same time, maybe we get Catcher. Maybe Catcher makes it to the game. Flip a coin. If heads, switch in one of your opponent's bench Pokemon to the active spot. The fact is, I think you get to choose from this. So, like, just the versatility of potential cards, coming through here is, like, kind of amazing. And, not only that, what if Terra Pokemon actually make it into this game? Like, terrestrialization in Pokemon Pocket could be a new mechanic that we get from from this new set, like to offset Mega Pokemon, because let's just be real, I think they want to keep the Megas. I think Mega, they're feeling that Mega Pokemon is not feeling fresh, so maybe they add Terra, right? If they add Terra to this game, I really don't know how they will like offset the points. It might be the same thing as 3 points. It just like wins you the game automatically, like, KOing a Mega Pokemon. Overall, like, they do have strong stats and strong attacks, so this is something not to ignore whatsoever. And we could see Gyarados maybe come back, maybe terrestrialize Gengar, Arcanine, like we see here. Not only that, we might be seeing these past and future versions of like Donphin, like Great Tusk, Iron Threads. I feel like this generation has like so many different unique Pokemon that could definitely be added into the game. New mechanics being added. Cards like Miriam, shuffle up to 5 Pokemon from your discard pile into your deck, and if you do draw like 3 cards, that's like pretty good. What else? We have Cathy, another trainer card that we might be able to get. Shuffle your hand into your deck and then draw the cards, and draw 8 cards instead of being a better Iono. Probably 8 cards for a 20 card deck would be insane, right? Maybe it'll be like shuffle your hand and draw like 5 or 6 maybe, because yeah. Or we could get something like this: search your deck for up to 2 evolution Pokemon, reveal them and put them in your hand, and then shuffle. That's kind of insane. Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know if we have Averin. If we don't have one, we could probably potentially get one. Search your deck for an item card and a tool Pokemon, reveal them and put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. Imagine just this is insane. It would play really well in the metagame. And not only that, we could get like many different like gold cards, like something like this Koraidon or this Miraidon. I know I'm focusing more on the legendaries because I feel like those are the cooler ones, low-key, but yeah, just overall, this is what I think it's gonna be like. Tomorrow's my birthday and we're having a brand new set reveal, so it's gonna be hype. We're gonna be reacting to it tomorrow, so like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.